The myth of Bigfoot has been around for a long time. Most people are pretty skeptical of the creature. Some people believe it. We're about to go to an undisclosed location in Carroll County where a lady who has claimed not only to have met Bigfoot has made a website about it and goes weekly searching for this large creature. As we walked and she told me about Bigfoot, I knew that at least she believed it, and if anything, her stories were like reading a book that may or may not be based on a true story.
I'm sure what they're doing is they're digging up the ground and
I just kind of wondered about it, I kind of had an interest. I was kind of like everybody else. I thought, well, I don't know, could it live in our woods? But after you see one, it makes all the difference in the world. You just can't give up trying to find out more about them.
Bigfoot, also known as Sasquatch, is a simian-like creature of American folklore said to inhabit forests, mainly in the Pacific Northwest. Scientists do discount its existence as more of a misidentification or hoax, but the new sighting claims continue to come in. Wild men stories from indigenous people have been told since at least the 1800s. Lakota leader Chief Bigfoot likely inspired the name of two enormous grizzly bears to be nicknamed Bigfoots, which likely inspired the name of this creature. In 1967, the Patterson-Gimlin film was shot showing an unidentified walking subject in Oregon, and the filmmakers have maintained it to be authentic since. Bigfoot debates peaked in the 1970s, and in popular culture with films such as Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and Harry and the Hendersons, Bigfoot has become a household name.
Bigfoot will do that. They'll carry the whole deer off. Normally, they'll try to catch it by their back legs.
I'm retired now. I used to work at North American Stainless for 20 years as a cost savings person. After I saw this, I just can't give it up. I've got to figure out more and more about this.
What did you see? What do you mean?
My first sighting in March of 2013, it was about 5 miles from Carrollton, headed toward Trimble on the Bedford Road. And I was running late that morning, and at 8:15, I had a 6-foot, looked like male to me, walk right in front of my Jeep. But this thing did not look at me. At first I thought, well, could it not hear my engine? I didn't tell anybody for about 3 months. I thought they'd figure I'd lost all my marbles, at that point.
Didn't you kind of freak out a little bit?
I did. I thought about it all the way, driving the rest of the way. I thought, holy smokes, what did I just see? What makes Carroll County so special is all the ravines, all the tributaries going to the Ohio River. It is so plentiful. I had created Bigfoot Madness in order to preserve some of the history, also to share stories with other squatchers, to get my information and research out there. We have a history of keeping a lot of this to ourselves, and through the years, a lot of the most important things have been lost. I actually do research, hikes and stuff 2 or 3 times a week, but I also rely a lot on game trail cameras because you can catch them in the act of doing something and knowing what their social behavior is, what their family makeup is. And your red light will come on that it's ready to work. I look for a good walkway, a lot of animal traffic, especially deer, and leave it there and research those photographs. Their colors blend in so great with our outdoors. The whole field that I was observing was lit up. They whistled solid from 2:30 a.m. till 3:15, and then it stopped, and the glow went away. And to the side, you'll see 7 or 8 little sets of white pairs of eyes. But if you look at the picture closer and you blow it up, you'll see a big one on the inside of this glow. Do a knock or two and see if you get an answer. Rely on your senses and your smell.
What are the chances that we'll run into one right now?
I don't know.
I don't know what's over here.
We stopped and talked to a man who walks these woods every day about our subject.
I don't doubt, because I think it's arrogant and naive to think that there's creatures out there we don't know about already. But I've never seen anything myself to convince me that that particular creature lives. I've never seen anything but squirrels and white-tailed deer. So she's not alone. I've got a lot of friends who are convinced. I've heard enough stories to give it some merit at the very least.
They probably can see Bigfoot out here because it's a big area. He can be anywhere.
Where do you think they would be hiding if they were out here?
In the woods, behind trees, up in trees.
Are you scared at all?
Nope, I ain't scared one bit.
Even stranger was running into a fisherman who coincidentally had his own Bigfoot story. Does everyone in this county have one?
And I'm laying in bed about half awake and half asleep. And I heard a loud horn sound. I've never heard it before. And it penetrated my bedroom. I get up, come outside. I know what I saw, and it wasn't no human. And it stopped, and the way the moonlight was shining, I could see the bird. And its eyes lit up. For about 3 seconds, it looked at me, the eyes turned off, and then went down like that and started walking this direction. I could hear the footprints pounding against the dirt.
You could hear the walking.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're heavy.
Yeah, I was shaking a little bit because I've never seen nothing like that in my life. And I very seldom ever tell people this story because they sit back and laugh and joke.
Do you remember what shape his head was?
Yeah, it's about like a real small cone head, like.
Cone head?
Yeah.
That's very common.
So here we are now at the back of Reva's vehicle where she's going to show us where she has collected some casts of what she claims to be Bigfoot.
This one here was taken June 1st, 2015. And if you notice, you'll see a lot of little dermal ridges. So that's a good indication of how they're flexing their feet. And here's another baby. This 9-inch cast was taken down at the Blue Bridge in Carroll, Kentucky. And as you can see, very deep impressions.
As you know, many people out there will probably doubt this, but a lot of people may agree with you. And we thank you for showing us how you look for Bigfoot, and we hope that you find the next big photograph.
I will, and I'm gonna bring it to you too, I promise.
Well, we'll take that promise.
Okay.
All right, well, this has been Jeremy Sage on WKMnews.com, trying to find Bigfoot, not finding him, but being optimistic. Thank you for watching.